Hi all. In part 3 of CSMP, lecture number 14, today we are going to discuss table of content for the CSMP or structure of CSMP. This lecture is going to be a little long lecture because we will discuss in detail table of content for the CSMP. So, as I mentioned in my last lecture that CSMP is a project level document that outlines how contractors will manage environmental and social risk during construction activities. It typically includes background information, objectives, mitigation measures, monitoring plans, roles and responsibilities, and emergency procedures, and also as well as sub management plans. So in this slide number 2, we have like around 9 to 10 chapters or sections for CSMP. In first section, we have introduction. In intro, we will have a background, scope and objectives, scale life of the project, CSMP objectives and implementation arrangements, review and environmental policy. Means we will brief here what is the background. Okay, means background of the project. For example, the project is a landfill. Project is any like construction site. So we will brief here that project is of such nature. Then scope and nature. In scope, we usually discuss or we often discuss that means, for example, any contractor, because this plan is basically developed and implemented by the contractor. Okay, so scope we have means what activities we are going to do as a contractor and what are objectives. Okay, we have set objectives like 4 to 5 objectives that what we will going to achieve during the activities. Then we have shell life of the project. We have mentioned here that what will the duration of the project. After that, we have CSMP objectives and implementation arrangements. Means we have to set the goals or objectives that what are objectives of the CSMP. Then review that means after how much time it will be reviewed after 6 months or 1 year, like that. Then environmental policies, for example, if you are working in Saudi Arabia or in the Middle East or in Pakistan or in India, okay, so you have to mention environmental policies, okay, for the that country as well as like World Bank, IFC standards, and CEC standards, and Aramco are like ADNOC standards. So this is all about chapter number first. In chapter number 2, which is project description. In project description, we have project context, type of project, need for the monitoring, operation hours, project layout, and workforce. So project context means we will mention here that like we will put diagrams, okay, that this is the layout of the project. For example, how it will be away from the highway, means full layout. Then type of project, what type of the project is this which we are involved, okay. Then need of the monitoring, why we need the monitoring for the project, means we have environmental monitoring. Then operation hours, then how here we will define that how many working hours we will engage our team, our workers, how much hours they will engage in the period in day. Okay, and also here project layout again. Then workforce we will mention here that we have such type of workforce, for example workers, number of staff and machinery. After that, we have chapter number 3, which is project standards. We have here national legislation, applicable regulations and standards. Means we have national legislation. For example, if you are working in Saudi Arabia, so we have to mention or specify here like big tables of, for example, we are dealing with soil, water, air. So we will put here standards of particular for that country, for example, Saudi Arabia or Middle East or anywhere you are working in the world. Okay. So you have to mention, you have to specify that these are the standards by the specific national where we are working or in which country we are working. Okay. Then we have applicable regulations and standards. For example, project is World Bank funded or project is IFC funded. Okay. Our project is Saudi funded. So we have to mention or specify the regulation and standards which are going to apply during the construction. In this, we have ambient air quality, mobile source emission, then noise emission, light emission, soil quality, terrestrial water discharges, potable water quality, or sorry, potable water quality, and sewage water. After that, we have chapter number 4, environmental and social management system. In this, we have only one table, subpart, which is management and personnel. Means we have to mention here that, for example, like organogram, we have to here specify project manager will report, project manager is, is on the top. Then after that, environmental manager. Then after environmental manager, there are environmental engineers or officers like that. So we have to mention here in management and personnel, we have to mention organogram or organization chart. In number 5 chapter, we have environmental risk and mitigation measures. This chapter is backbone of CSMP because these environmental risks, which are already mentioned during the EISA report, Environmental Impact Assessment report or survey, they already mentioned that what are risks for the project and what will be the mitigation measures. So you have to select out your risk and mitigation measures from the EIA report, and you have to just like you have to copy and paste as per your scope of work. In chapter number 6, we have monitoring program. So we have monitoring program that frequency of monitoring. That, for example, air monitoring, when we are going to monitor our air, for example, on weekly basis, on daily basis, and we have to specify the frequency. Then training program, we have to specify like training metrics that this type of training is per scope of work we will conduct. So you have to mention here training plan or training metrics. In training program, there are sub topics that overview, induction, ongoing trainings, and awareness. These sort of activities will be involved during training program. Then we have community. In community, part number 8, we have 8.1 introduction or preamble, context and purpose and scope. After that, we have 8.4 grievance mechanism procedure. Okay, in this grievance means the complaints. If any, for example, you are working in a near village or near any community, so you have to specify your procedure that if there is any issue or complaint will occur, how you will solve it. You have to give proper formats for that okay, we will solve the issue and by using these sort of documents. Then in grievance mechanism procedure, we have subparts that receipt, screening, log and initial response, investigation, resolution, close of that complaint, monitoring and evaluation, And we have 8.5, the roles and responsibilities means what is the role of the person. After roles and responsibilities, we have 8.6 is disclosure and communication. So we have to define here how we will communicate. And after that, we have 8.7 external dispute resolution. Means if external dispute is happen, how we will resolve. We have to give the complete detail with documentation or with formats inside the plan. 8.8 is monitoring of grievance mechanism, that who will be responsible for monitoring, and means from social side, who will and how he will, means whole process of grievance mechanism will be uh, of monitoring will be detailed. After that, we have 9 environmental auditing. Means after every 3 months there are different sort of inspections, like we have waste management inspection, we have sorry, audit, we have environmental monitoring audit, we have waste management, air and noise and heritage or anything. So 9 part is environmental auditing. 8.8 is monitoring of grievance mechanism, we already discussed. Then 10, we have environmental reporting, that what will be our reporting channel. For example, if any incident or accident happen, uh, how we will report it. For example, for if an accident happen, first we have to send accidental information. Okay. Then after investigation, we have to send accident investigation within 48 hours or 72 hours. So this is environmental reporting. Then we have appendix attached, like environmental policy, because each company has environmental policy. So this is mostly 1 page or 2 page document. So this will be attached as appendix A, for example A, then site layout, then monitoring checklist. All the checklists will be uh, available is one appendix. Then appendix D, training program and training record templates. Appendix E, like environmental and social management forms, then environmental control audit checklist, emergency response plan, hazardous material management plan, and hazardous waste management plan. After that, we have waste management plan, air quality management plan, noise management plan, internal grievance plan, means all the plans like labor and working condition management and method of. In the last, we have method of statements. We will attach all the method of statement for all the activities, which are, for example, if we are installing uh, uh, for example, porta cabins. Okay, so what will be your environmental precautions at there? So all the method statements will be attached at the end of the document. So hope you enjoyed the lecture. We will. This is all about CSMP part number 3. So we finished the part number 3 for CSMP. We will meet with the next lecture in our next lecture. Thank you so much.